Hello there, this is Pete from the Beam Team, Faux Oak Beam Makers on Facebook and the Beam Team Limited on the internet shortly. Right, okay, quick one. I get a lot of questions about how much is it for a X length beam. It's not enough information. I keep asking people to give me more info. The first thing I need to know, and the first thing you need to know, is we cover the country. We create beams on site. We don't make them and send them out by post. It's not a DIY fit, which I'll explain why in a second. Okay, so what we need to know when we're talking beams, we need to know the length. So this one's upright, as you can see. This is just a sample I made for somebody. It's come back to the workshop. So the length, that means the longest side. Okay, so when you text me and say how much is the 3-foot beam, I need to know more information. One of the main things I need to know is where you are in the country, postcode. That's all I need. I don't need your address. I don't need any contact numbers unless you want to talk to me. All I need is the 3 measurements and a postcode. Okay, so we've got length, okay. Then we've got the width. So the width is the bit you see from the floor looking up into the sky. Okay, how wide do you want the beam? The last dimension I need to know is the height. How thick is it from the ceiling? There's the ceiling down to the lowest point. So with those 3 measurements, I can give you a basic idea of what it costs. Except the next problem is it a free hanging beam? So in other words, is it solid? As you see, this one's made out of EPS high density polystyrene. That's what I call a free hanging beam. So that beam can be adhered to a roof or a ceiling or to a wall. Usually it's 3 sides, so you get the underneath, which is this bit. You get the ends are actually up against the wall, so you'd have 3 sides, and then the top is left as this is bare, and that becomes the bit we glue to the ceiling, and we put big long 12, 14 inch screws in, depending on what we need. So that's a free hanger. It's okay, you've got no beams at all, and you want some beams, you ask me for free hanging beams. These have to be made off site in sections. We can't post them. We basically prepare them on site. Let's say it's 5 meters long. That's probably going to be in 2 pieces, possibly 3, which are all bolted together and screwed together, glued together when they're on the ceiling. Okay, and then we put the plaster on, and then we put the stains on with our carving and everything. So that's a free hanging beam. The next beam we might want to talk about is this big beastie here. This one's over 6 feet high. Let's have a quick look down there. This one's hollow. Now the reason this is hollow is because it fits over an RSJ. Now if you've got steel RSJ that's just been put in, so it's bare, then if your builder can put plasterboard on that, then we can go straight onto the plasterboard. Quite often we get jobs where it's an existing beam that's been there for some years. In that case, you might find it's just been painted. So then we will prepare it and then actually do the magic on the beam in situ. So again, these can be ceiling beams. It could be an extension where you've gone through a wall and you've put a big RSJ in. It might be an old beam. I mean, we have done renovations on old beams where they're actually too far gone to sandblast or clean or revarnish. So we do the same thing. We actually put plasterboard over the top of the existing beam, and then we beam it with our beam effect system. Okay, so that's all I need to know. Length, width, height, postcode. Give me an idea of what you want. Whether it's rustic or whether it's very formal or contemporary, as people like to call these days, that doesn't matter at the moment. We cover the whole UK. What I don't do is chase up and down the country giving people prices, because the amount of fuel we use these days is just gone out of the window. So basically, I can give you enough information over the phone. Please ring me. I'm not, I can talk. You can talk to me. Send your details, postcode, contact number if you want. Have a look at Facebook, which is our Faux Oak Beam Makers, or the Beam Team. You can hashtag Beam Effects. You'll find us on the internet. www.thebeamteam.limited Ltd. Thank you.